Hello everybody and welcome back to Shelf to Screen. Now, I'm hoping to do this video in one take, get it out of the way, get it done, and then we can move on with 2026, leaving 2025 behind us. Until then though, let's do a very quick recap of everything I played this year, everything I managed to get off the shelf and onto the screen. So we're going to do that with my very handy dandy spreadsheet game tracker. And we're just going to go through what I've played since the start of the year to the end of the year, quick thoughts on how I found them, some quick thoughts, and then maybe just a quick yap about my plans for 2026 and what I'm hoping to play in the coming year. We are going to start with Red Dead Redemption 2, which, although technically I started in 2024, finished it in 2025. As you can see there, about 4 months took me. And I'm going to start with that one because it's definitely one of the best games I've ever played. Obviously, I don't even need to tell you how good it is. Everybody knows how good it is. But it really got me started making YouTube videos. One of my first videos was about Red Dead Redemption 2 and how it really made me slow down and start to appreciate games more, kind of taking everything in rather than just trying to rush through them. So, yeah, can't really knock it. Gotta give it 5 stars. It's just a great game. After that, we then touched on some Black Ops 6 after a big single-player stint. I think I was really needing some multiplayer in there, get some shooting going. Enjoyed it for the time I played it, kind of 4 months there. Kept me engaged, mostly because I had friends that were playing it and family, so it was nice to play with them. The game itself, nothing special, to be honest. But it got me my Call of Duty fix and got on Game Pass, so can't complain. After that, we had a quick jump into a PS2 game, Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. Didn't stick with it for very long because it was so old and janky, but did give me a nice appreciation of the origins of the Just Cause series, for example, which is definitely one of my favourite series. So worth just touching base on it. It's nice. And then we did Jurassic World Evolution 2. Dropped that because I just felt it was a bit repetitive, but I did really enjoy the concept. I love builder games, stuff like that, so maybe go back to it at some point. We then moved into my racing wheel saga, clearly around April time. I've always wanted a racing wheel, finally bit the bullet, got one. Logitech, paddle shifter, it's got a clutch, just everything you need. And I played Shift 2, Shift 2 and Forza Horizon 4 on it for a good chunk. Shift 2, actually really enjoyed the track driving and then switched to Forza Horizon for some open worldness, but might have actually preferred the track because you could kind of practice and try and get a bit more consistent rather than these crazy routes that Horizon puts you through fields and all sort, which wasn't my favourite, but I did enjoy the customization a lot more. So 2 very different racing games, enjoyed them for 2 different reasons. Now, Oblivion Remastered, that put the racing wheel back up on the shelf. It's up there, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm pointing at. It lives up on my wardrobe. Went back up there because Oblivion Remastered dropped, and I didn't know it was coming, and then it dropped, and I was like, oh my god, I'll just play the OG Oblivion, scratch that itch. It's one of my favourites. And then my sister, absolute gem, bought me Game Pass for my birthday, so ended up getting to play the remaster. Had a blast of a time. It was nice to play something that was as it was coming out too, and that was really good. So kind of the first time I did that this year. And yeah, 5 stars. It's Oblivion. You can't knock Oblivion. They made it modern and playable while still being the exact same game, which is kind of all you can ask for, because if you do much more than that, you're losing the Oblivion magic, aren't you? It's becoming a whole other game. I also had a quick run on Total Accurate Battle Simulator. It was just a quick pick up and play in between picking other games, I think. Felt very shallow, like it was something to entertain you for a couple hours, but there was nothing keeping me wanting to play it. Ori and the Blind Forest, really nice surprise actually. I'm not a big platformer, 2D platformer at all, but I enjoyed the art. I just enjoyed the whole environment, the music, the lighting and everything. Just kind of, it was just a nice cozy little experience. I didn't finish it, but I got to a point where I was happy with everything I did, and that was enough for me. I've just realised I've not explained what the different status options are, so I'm just going to jump in here quickly and tell you. So if I've dropped it, it means I just at some point gave up on it and just never came back to it, and that's okay. Shelved means I've put it away with the idea that I will come back to this game at some point. Finished means that I personally am finished with it. I maybe didn't beat the story, maybe didn't make it to the end, but I came to a point where I was quite happy that I'd done everything I wanted to in that game. So finished it for me. And then complete is actually complete. So you complete the main objective all the way through, beat the story, etc., etc. I don't have any 100% complete games or total, platinum games or anything. So don't need to worry about that. But that is the options, just, so the rest of this video makes a bit more sense. Now, I clearly had a quick stint again on the wheel here, a little stint on F124, super hard, super lots to learn. I'd like to go back to it. I was enjoying kind of a little improvement lap by lap, but definitely something you're going to have to stick with to get good at, and a good bit of commitment. And at the time, I just didn't have that commitment, so shelved it. We'll come back to it at some point. The Outer Worlds, probably the next big game I picked up after my kind of racing wheel stint, and then some Oblivion playing and blah, blah, blah. So Outer Worlds really surprised me, actually. I enjoyed it. I didn't know much about it before. I'd heard about it. It came out, and then there was like the Outer Wilds, and I used to get the two all mixed up, so I definitely know which one's which now. But Outer World, it was good. There was nothing bad about it, but there was also nothing like that blew me out of the water. I would have really liked if some of them companion relationships went a bit further and it was like a bit more in-depth system. And eventually everything just kind of got a little bit stale for me. But I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, obviously. 3 stars, but it's a strong 3 stars. After that came Grounded. Started playing that with my sister. Had so much fun playing Grounded. Online, co-op. We didn't get very far in it. I don't think we reached past maybe like the second tier of equipment and stuff like that before we dropped it. But we had really good fun up until then. And it was just, I don't know, there was too much friction there for us to make progress in our short bursts. I think if it had been a bit more streamlined or just maybe a touch easier, we would have made a lot more progress and maybe stuck with it more, gotten some cool new equipment to keep things exciting, but we kind of just grew bored of it and dropped it. But doesn't mean I had a great time. Still get about a good solid 3 stars, so maybe go back and try the second one at some point, just like Outer Worlds. Would be nice to revisit them. Also put out a good video about these two when they came out, because didn't realise, but published by the same people, so that was quite interesting. Watchdog Legions, I picked it up, and I'm just going to be honest, it just wasn't good. It was just bad. I went in thinking it'll be a fun Ubisoft open world game. I'll just piss around for a while, and that'll be me. It'll be like Watch Dogs 2. It just nothing felt good. I can't actually remember a single outstanding thing that I enjoyed. I thought the idea of like picking NPCs and making them into your agents or whatever was great, and I was all up for the permadeath aspect of losing agents, but never got into it enough to see that come to life. So disappointing, actually. Would have been nice to just have a wee open world hacking in London, different characters. That would have been cool, but it is what it is. You know what we get when you're downloading a Ubisoft game. It's don't expect too much, basically. Split Fiction after that. What we moved on to after kind of giving up on Grounded, and that was great. Can't believe it only took us a couple months to get through there. It felt like a lot longer at the time, but that said, not in a bad way. It felt like longer. It just felt like there was a lot of game there, and we got through it and we had great fun. I will say, playing it in person, obviously, like, couch co-op is always going to be better than online split screen. So getting the chance to play it in person and carry on our save when I went to see my sister at our house after we'd just been playing online was really good. So we kind of played 90% of the game online, and then that last 10% we finished it in person, and it was so satisfying, so good. If you've not played Split Fiction, get someone, play it with them. Saints Row 3, that was a quick, just jumped in, jumped out. It's one of my favourite games of all time. I don't know how many times I beat it. I just had a bit of an itch, did the opening couple missions, and that was it. Didn't want to do any more. Remembered how many times I've actually done everything and went, I'm okay, but appreciate it all the same. City Skylines 2 was, so disappointing. If you don't know, I'm a newly graduated civil engineer. That's what I do for a job. That's what I did at uni. So City Skylines obviously is a very niche specific to me, and I was really excited to drop some civil plans and, build my own city. I tried, and I just found that sadly, it wasn't finished enough. The game had too many issues. I couldn't tell if it was a bug half the time or if it was me doing something wrong. And that's just annoying because you don't want to spend ages trying to fix something to find out it's not even you and it's the game, or vice versa. Think it's the game and then find out you've done something wrong. It was just really frustrating. So I shelved it in the hopes that I can come back to it once it's finished and I can build a really good city. Because apart from the issues I was having such a good time. Being able to zone things in the way that they've done now, and being able to do your own decorations and the surfaces tool and landscaping and all of that was amazing. And it was just really let down by the fact the game wasn't finished enough. And when the trend disappears of games coming out half finished, I will be the happiest Larry. But until then, I will hold on to my skepticism and habit of buying games a good 6 months plus after they come out, because then at least you know that they're going to work okay. Hogwarts Legacy, I don't have too much to say about because I'm still playing in the very early stages. I'm playing it on Switch, which definitely the worst way to play it, but it does fine, especially once it's docked. Playing it over at my girlfriend's house on their Switch, so don't get to play it very often and in small bursts. So probably going to be well into 2026 before that one's finished, but we will stick with it. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now, that's still being played, not playing. So we're still being played? No, that's shelved at the moment. So we'll get that switched over. But for now, it says playing because it was just a recent end of year. Kind of came off the bat of my games, wanted something nice to play for Christmas. Star Wars is very Christmassy. If you say otherwise, you're wrong. Did the prequel trilogy, did them 3 big kind of stages, and then dropped it for now because it was just getting a bit repetitive. I think they've maybe just put a little bit too much bloat into it for me. I like the open world stuff, but not when it's the same over and over again and you're just kind of doing it for the sake of it. So I'm going to shelve it and I'm going to come back to it in between other single player games that I play, and I'm just going to do maybe the original trilogy next, and then I'll do 3 fucking Disney films that I don't even know because they don't count in my head. Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm not even old enough really to be all up in arms about modern Star Wars, but they're just shit and everybody knows it. So Assassin's Creed Syndicate, playing, now being shelved as of New Year because I decided I just wasn't going to go back to it. I'd done maybe, I'm halfway, I'm on the second half of the skill tree. I've done a bunch of districts, unlocking stuff, and it was just getting, I'm going to say it again, a Ubisoft game, repetitive. It was same go here, do this mission, go here, unlock this district, go here, collect this, oh, brilliant, you've unlocked that whole district, and now you can move on to the next district. How exciting to do it all again, the exact same. I just left it there. Disappointing. I was looking forward to the setting, actually, London and stuff, hoping it was maybe going to make up for Watch Dogs Legions, but it certainly did not. Finally, Ark Raiders. Wow. I was feeling like a multiplayer game, was feeling a little social. I'd heard about Ark Raiders on a podcast. I then looked it up on Steam. It's 30 quid. Heard about it on another podcast. I just jumped in. I didn't watch that many videos about it. I knew it was an extraction shooter and it was PvPvE. Went for it, and I have had so much fun. I don't think I've had this much fun in a multiplayer game in years. It's whether you're playing in a squad and you're laughing amongst yourselves in Discord and getting fucking annihilated by everybody else in their squads, or I jump in solo, I have a nice peaceful time, I do my missions, I collect my loot, I chat to people, getting on the open mic and like chatting away to people with your headset has got to be one of the best experiences of gaming, like online gaming. If you've never just hopped on mic and started speaking to people, it seems a little bit intimidating at first, seems a little bit scary, but then you just remember they can't see you, they'll never know who you are. Don't take this in a bad way and don't start being mean to people, but you can say whatever you want. Like, I go in, I wish people Merry Christmas, I was telling people Happy New Year, if they killed me, I told them I hope they get coal from Santa Claus. Just go with it, just have fun with it. That's all I can recommend is you jump in Ark Raiders, use a mic, and just have a great time. I think I could sit here and go on and on and on about how much Ark Raiders has been good fun over Christmas. But to be honest, I think I've got that much to say that I'll just save it for a whole other video maybe one day. I think I'm going to be sticking with Ark Raiders for a long time. It's probably going to be my multiplayer game of 2026. I'm not a big multiplayer, as you can see. That's kind of my only one since Black Ops back at the very start of the year, end of 2024. So Ark Raiders will be back to speak about you and give a more worthwhile opinion, because this has just been a whole load of dribble in it. So that was 2025 wrapped up, everybody. I have played, let me count, 21 games this year, which is under 2 games a month, but a lot closer to 2 games a month than I thought it would be, actually. So yeah, pretty happy with that year. Happy to just record things actually in a spreadsheet and have it all in one place. And I've started making videos, so it's also recorded on my YouTube channel. Because as much as I love when somebody watches my videos, they are mostly for me. I'm going to be honest. I do this for myself and I do it for fun. So if anybody else watches, bonus, and I'm glad you like it. But if not, I like it. So, yeah, 2026. I've not set any goals. I've not set any resolutions, any challenges. I think the only thing I'm going to go in with is a mindset of try and stick with something if it's good, or it's should be good or it's going to be good, stick with it. I'm going to use that in real life and gaming. So football, I'm going to go back to my football training. I'm going to really try stick with it, really try get in with the team, hopefully have a good time, improve my fitness, sport, love all that. And at the same time, try stick with my games. If I'm having good fun with something and maybe need a break, take a break, try and come back to it. Try and keep it somewhat consistent and hopefully get some good games played in 2026. I want to put some good hours in and really kind of set some time to play games rather than it being something that only happens if I've got a bit of spare time. I'm going to make time for me, make time for games. So my first game I'll be playing of 2026, ready? The Witcher 3, Game of the Year for 2015, I do believe. Either that or it was Fallout 4. But some places had it as Game of the Year, so I'm saying it was Game of the Year. Witcher 3, played it before on the PS4 back in the day, maybe like 20 odd hours. Kind of just fell off it. I don't think I maybe fully appreciated everything at the time. Being a little bit younger, didn't appreciate all the story elements and stuff like that. So, like I said, my plan is to slow down, take my time with it, and if it takes me 100 hours to complete in 6 months, that's fine. At least I've seen it through at the end and gotten everything I can out of it. So that is my plan. I will, I suppose, maybe do a video on it. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll just be another shelf to screen at the end of January, and I'll let you know everything I've played this month and how I've gone on with it. But either way, will be a couple more of these videos where we speak about everything I've played, shelf to screen, get a couple more of my one-off kind of just video essay, more topic videos. We'll see how it goes. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a lovely 2025 and I hope you have the best 2026 going forward. Appreciate any view, any likes, any subscribe if you want to follow along. I'd really like that. But of course, if not, that's so fine too. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.